It's 7 o'clock, sun's just up over the hill, and maybe the time lapse will be useful enough to include. Oh, we currently got 12.3 volts in the AGM bank. That's 70% charged. But I'm going to be running the jug and the toaster and things. We'll pop the gen set on. So it's counting down, warming up with glow plugs. And there we go, we're off. So we will generator on, transfer, green flashy light means the charge is starting up. So it ramps up slowly, brings the load on. So jug's on, toaster's on, charger's on, so it's 229 volts, 14 amps at that voltage, and that's engine hours on the gen set. Back to volts. We're on our way. We'll motor out a bit. Low tide sandbanks around, not much wind. There we go. A little sou'wester now. It's supposed to increase as day goes on, so sailing along nicely. Trying to do an artistic shot. So I work up the side deck. Oh, there we go, Mount Mania. There's mate Matthew, resplendent in the official t-shirt. We were in Munro Bay, which is over there, last night. Oh, there's One Tree Point over there, and we've got Snake Bank between us and there, so we're in the channel on the north side, and looking back to Manganese Point and Parua Bay entrance. There could be a few showers around. Looks like there's one that way, possibly one that way. Well, the forecast is for this westerly, southwesterly to increase, so we might go down this way and tack up the harbour and then come back and probably anchor over here at our usual NorthPort anchorage. We'll harden up a bit and then tack. Looks like that log ship in front of us is full, and this one is just about to stow its crane, so it might be on the way to spend Christmas on the ocean. Oh, parrot one's a funny thing. I think we'll be heading up the channel, but no, we're going to be tacking. Matthew's the sheet hand. Right, yeah, we tacked. I can't hold the phone and pull the sheet at the same time. Right, better angle now. And we should get a fair way up. I'm not actually aiming to go anywhere, we're just having a play. Here's Snake Bank, which will pass to leeward of us. We've got a rain squall coming, so we might end up just tacking and running back down. I'll discretion the better part of Valor, so we'll drop the main. A nice rainbow. Right, well, there's a lot of whitecaps there, so there's a lot of wind, and we're back under jib alone now. Looks better that way. It's quite pleasant inside our glass house here. Looks like the worst of the rain's gone to the west of us. But certainly there was a fair amount of increased wind. Yeah, well, that log ship is obviously going to be leaving, so we might watch it as it turns around. Well, it's taken a fair length of time to get going. It's still got lines ashore. Here's the new to us pilot boat. It came from Australia. Very flash. Bow ropes are being released from the wharf. It's being hauled in. It's looking pretty black that way. More rain, so we might admit defeat golden anchor. So we are anchored at our usual place in NorthPort, and ship's still there. Squall is just about to arrive. It doesn't look any better in that direction. Oh, well, the ship's moving out and backwards. We won't be able to see it turning around, but not the end of the world. As the critical thing is we're anchored before the rain started. It's black that way, and it's fairly windy out there. I think we've seen the best of the day. Forecast wasn't that good for today, better for tomorrow, but we're having a nice quiet time as you're watching a video about the youngest person to sail around the world. Oh, it may not be a beautiful day. The ship looks like it's ready to go, so we might get to see it go around high tide. And food of kings for lunch. The ship hasn't left yet, but the log grabbers, handlers, seem to be back at work. Oh, here comes the Aotearoa chief. So, empty, heading to Portland for cement. just hooted its horn, so maybe it's a signal for the watersiders to come and let the lines go. Well, let's hope. Oh, here comes the tug, and I'm fairly sure those are the line handlers there. They'll be dropping a line down and then pushing her against the dock while they let the dock lines go. Crew looks like they're finally ambling along to the bow. Pilot boat again. I imagine its job is to just keep the pleasure craft away. Not quite sure why they're lowering an anchor. Doesn't seem to be a very useful thing to me. Right, docking lines are being lowered. I'm off from the bollards on shore. Everyone's father was a watersider in his later life. I'm going to guess they lowered the anchor so that the mooring lines wouldn't get caught on it. Although it looks like they probably have. Again, it's diving. And right up to it. Big Catamaran going down harbour. Right, anchor's coming back up. Tug's reversing out. Letting out cable. There we go, tight. And she's starting to move. There's that outgoing tide at the moment. We're not going to get a very good view, but she's starting to make her turn now. Well, have a safe trip. It's 6 o'clock. I've got the fishing line out, running the gem set. Bit of a cool sou'wester still. Right, anchor coming up, mainsails up. Past this cruising boat that's often out fishing. We've got a gentle breeze, probably just over 5 knots. It's bottom of the tide, so no help yet, but it will be later on. Wind's a wee bit fickle, not surprising, we're under a lee with trees and a sou'wester anyway, but it's time for a cuppa. We're off WAKAWAKA now, so incoming tide has started, and there's Fisherman's Point mid-picture, and looking back, Tamatera out, and then Manganese Point. We're reaching quite a variable, as always, sou'wester, both in direction and strength. So to make sure we miss the end of the sandbank, which is up here somewhere. That's Whangarei ahead, and Limestone Island on the other side of the forestate. Now we've had a nice run up harbour. The wind's been fairly fickle in here, but passing Limestone. And there's Whangarei, so we're going to go around the corner. Probably going to lose the wind behind Limestone in a minute. A good breeze coming down from Portland direction, but we'll be in the lee of Limestone very soon. Here we go, big header. Fortunately manual steering, because the autopilot wouldn't keep up with that. Well, Putakawas have pretty much done their dash now. Right, so looking up the Arter River towards Port Nikau. We're on a broad reach with very little wind, what, 4 knots, 5 knots. Put the jib away very shortly. In fact, I'll do it now. Right, well, wind became almost non-existent, so we're motoring last wee bit.